Hi! You can find job openings for hundreds of different professions on popular job search sites. But in fact, there are more than 40,000 of them in the world. True, some of them are not as popular as a lawyer or a teacher. That's what we're going to talk about. We're going to start a game of true or false. Let's go! Penguin uprighter. In Antarctica, penguins love to watch airplanes rise and land. They get their heads so high that they fall on their backs. After that, the bird cannot get up on its own. In this, they are helped by people. Previously, this profession was considered the rarest in the world, as back in 2007, it was possessed by only two people who worked at polar stations in Antarctica. Professional line sitter. It is important in circumstances where you have to stand in line in person but don't have time to do so. In some Western countries, they can pay about $40 an hour to a person just to stand in line. For those who do not have the time to do this, such a service is a godsend. Digital dream restorer. Restores and analyzes people's lost or damaged dreams. But this profession is a thing of the future and does not exist yet. Cat food taster. It is not an easy task to understand that a cat will like the food, because pets can't speak. It turns out that there are professionals among people who will taste and evaluate everything. Historical cook. A chef who specializes in recreating dishes from various historical eras with precision. We have not been able to find any similar vacancies. Condom tester. Very often there is a mention of such a job, but in fact this option of protection is not tested in real conditions, although there were rumors about it. In Sweden in 2011, Durex announced more than 1,000 vacancies for any gender for condom testers. Scarecrow man. The name speaks for itself. The Scarecrow man's duty is to drive birds away from the harvest. Some birds no longer react to or fear artificial scarecrows. Example, in the UK, Jamie Foxx plays a ukulele in the middle of a field for €250 a week to drive away grey partridges. The firefly collector. A man who collects fireflies to use their light in eco-friendly landscaping designs. Tempting job, but it's made up by the author. Professional scapegoat. Big companies and small cafes often keep a person like this on staff. When a customer is dissatisfied with something, the manager announces that he knows the culprit and immediately summons him to his office. In front of an angry customer, the manager reprimands the subordinate and at the end declares to the unhappy person that he is fired. In general, the play ends with the triumph of justice. A fake relative. Such actors can be found at weddings or other celebrations, where it is important to show themselves and their kind at their best. In China and Japan, there are whole agencies engaged in these services. One of them is Family Romance, which was founded by Yuji Ishii. Paint drying observers. It may be one of the most boring robot jobs in the world. Its essence is that during his working day, the specialist watches the paint dry, observing how its color and texture change. He has to give a guarantee that the paint is durable and will not peel off in the near future. Mourners. There is a demand for such a profession in Asian countries. Special vocalists serve funerals. Before you start, you must pass a test on your knowledge of traditions, ability to weep dramatically, and calm down instantly. A subway passenger tamper. Such a profession is popular in big cities. Its essence lies in the fact that during the rush hours for public transportation, individual workers help people who cannot squeeze into a crowded carriage. These are sturdy men whose task is to quickly tamp people into the train car and give a command to the driver to leave. This work is most common in Japan. Amsterdam Cannabis Consultant. In countries where marijuana is legalized as a medicinal drug, tasters are often found, and there is even widespread demand for them, as the profession is not the highest paid. Antiquarian of virtual worlds. Searches for and sells rare objects and artifacts in virtual realities. This profession does not exist yet. Therapeutics and drug testers. Pharmaceutical companies hire such people all over the world. Usually they are looking for volunteers, but they also pay them a certain amount of money. As a result, some citizens manage to earn their bread in this way. Golf ball diver. The profession has gained fame thanks to diver Forrest Rothschild, who works with many golf clubs. His average catch per day is about 400 balls. For the clubs, it is more profitable than buying new balls, and for the diver, it is a high-paying job, where you can get $100 a year. Marine dream researcher. A specialist in studying the sleep sounds of sea creatures, this profession does not yet exist. Toilet guide. It's not a joke. Such a profession really exists in China. Moreover, it is official, so there will be just such an entry in the employee's labor book. They work on the streets of Chinese cities, and for a small fee they are ready to tell you where the nearest public toilet is. Chick sex determination expert. Roosters are useless for farming. It was a huge problem to know the sex of a chicken immediately until veterinarians in Japan found a solution. A combination of bumps under the tail, by which an experienced specialist can identify a rooster. The profession is quite in demand and is constantly in short supply in many countries around the world. That's it for today. It's amazing how many unusual professions there are in the world. Thanks for playing true or false with us. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss more interesting facts.